How long would it take to reach Planet 9, Planet X, if we ever find it? Some experts believe that the solar system's hypothetical ninth planet could be just a few years away from being discovered. If this is the case, how long would it take for humans to send probes to this elusive world? Some experts believe that we could be just a few years away from discovering the elusive Planet 9, what we call Planet X, or ruling out the existence of the hypothetical world for good. But if we do find it, how long would it take for us to send a spacecraft to the far-flung world? And could humans ever make it the trip? Planet 9 is the name given to a proposed planet supposedly lurking near the edge of our solar system, and if it exists, Planet 9 is likely a dark gas or ice giant planet somewhere between 5 and 10 times the mass of our Earth that circles the Sun on a highly elliptical or stretched out orbit out of sync with the rest of the planets. Researchers suspect Planet 9 is out there because around a dozen objects beyond the orbit of Neptune move as if a large object is tugging on them. However, finding this missing world has proven to be extremely tricky. But some astronomers believe Planet 9 could be discovered within the next few years, once the state-of-the-art Vera Rubin Observatory starts to survey the night sky in late 2025. If Planet 9 is ever detected, space agencies like NASA will want to send a probe to visit the distant world, but first they will have to plan and get approval, of course, for such a mission. And this will take at least a decade or more. Andreas Hein, space systems engineer at University of Luxembourg, told Life Science, this is mostly because missions have to go through a lengthy, rigorous government selection process, he said. But this process could be sped up by depending on how odd the world appears in initial readings. Manasiv Lindgren, theoretical astrobiologist at Florida Institute of Technology, said, if Planet 9 is anomalous in some respect, there could be more interest in expediting such a mission. It is also possible that a private space exploration company, such as SpaceX, could launch missions sooner, potentially as soon as 5 years after discovery, because they are not hindered by as much bureaucracy, Hines said. And once a probe is sent to Planet 9, the next question is how long will it take to arrive? In 2022, Hein, Lingham, and part-time astronomer Adam Hibbard attempted to answer this question in a theoretical paper that was posted in the preprint database ARXIV. In this paper, which has not been peer-reviewed, the researchers estimate that it would likely take between 47 and 75 years for a spacecraft akin to NASA's Voyager probes to reach Planet 9. These calculations were based on the assumptions that Planet 9 is around 400 astronomical units from the Sun on average, or 400 times farther away from the Sun than our Earth. That's also around 13 times further away from the Sun than Neptune, the furthest known planet in the solar system up to now. But subsequent studies suggest that Planet 9's true average distance from the Sun is actually closer to 500 astronomical units, and the most recent survey, which narrows down the elusive world's potential hiding place, also hints that the planet could currently be more than 550 astronomical units away, near its farthest point from the Sun. However, these developments don't dramatically alter the timeline laid out by the 2022 paper. Lingham said, the team's estimates were conservative, meaning that the upper end of their uncertainty range still seems tenable, he said. 75 years may seem like a long time for a one-way trip, but this is quite fast compared to the journeys of existing probes. For example, Voyager 1, the most distant spacecraft from Earth, has been traveling through space for 46 years and is only around 163 astronomical units from Earth, according to NASA. As a result, a Planet 9 probe would have to travel around 3 times faster than Voyager 1 to reach Planet 9 in the researchers' time frame. This may seem unlikely, but is possible, Lingham said. Probes traveling towards the outer solar system must be gravitationally slingshotted around the Sun, planets, and their moons to propel them across the vast distances involved, Voyager 1's trajectory was carefully planned to allow it to fly closely past Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, as well as some of their respective moons. To do so, Voyager 1 had to also be slingshotted around objects to slow it down and redirect it to where it needed to go. However, a Planet 9 probe could go as directly as possible straight to the mysterious planet, allowing it to pick up more speed and travel much farther in the same amount of time. Mike Brown, an astronomer at Caltech, who co-proposed the Planet 9 hypothesis in 2016, originally estimated that the probe could potentially get to Planet 9 in as few as 20 years using a similar method. However, it's difficult to see how a probe could get to Planet 9 this fast using current technology, Lingham said. But it might be possible to reach Planet 9 quicker if we could crack more advanced propulsion technologies such as light sails, giant sails that catch sunlight, or lasers to accelerate spacecraft, Hine and Lingham said. In the 2022 study, the researchers suggested that a light sail could take as little as 7 years to reach Planet 9. However, it could also take at least 20 years for light sails to become a reality, the team estimated. And as a result, if we found Planet 9 tomorrow, it would be better to send a current probe than to wait for alternative technologies to become available, Lingham said. Laser sails can be launched later if and when they become practical and cost-effective. As propulsion systems advance further, it may also be possible to send people to Planet 9, but probably not anytime soon, obviously. Now, Hine said, I'm confident that in the far future, humans will be able to visit Planet 9 potentially, even as they make their way to other stars. This is by Harry Baker on Live Science. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.